So, hello, welcome to Untitled Project, the podcast. This is episode 3. I have here Will Price, and I have here Charles French. There we go.
Charles French. Alrighty. Boys, how have y'all? I haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while.
What have you been doing? What have you been up to? I'm
Me?
going to interview you.
Are you gonna interview me?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Geez, whatever. Okay, well, let me put it in this aspect. When was the last time we saw each other?
At the portable.
Here?
Yeah, here. Probably at the end of last semester.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
Sometime. That's a minute.
I mean, not much. I mean, you know, I've been having my classes in college and all that stuff. Other than that, the only thing I've been working on is pretty much what I've been putting out on my YouTube channel and this too.
The podcast.
Hey,
Podcast.
hey. Oh yeah. This is totally gonna date the episode, but first episode comes out tonight. You can view it on my YouTube channel. Which if you're watching this, then you're already on, so I don't need to tell you. But I need to tell these guys, so I'm going to tell them anyway. So if you go on YouTube and just look up the 6499, it's the first channel you see. There's no image, it's just a picture of a T.
Let me write that down.
Yeah.
Write it down.
So yeah, first episode goes up and out tonight. If you're just want to listen to the audio, that'll be on soundcloud.com/UTU podcast. No.
What's the second
No.
U for?
No, it's, hold on. I have to get this right. So it's UPT podcast.
What's the T stand for?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Untitled Project, the podcast, but it's the first letter of each word except for podcast is spelled out, all lowercase, no space.
That's fair.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
So there you go. So first episode comes out tonight. What else was I gonna say? So besides this, I did like a cooking episode, and it was like
Hey, little Martha Stewart.
What'd you cook?
it was like this recipe I got from Redacted. No, I'm kidding. It's from like
You got it from
HelloFresh.
BuzzFeed Tasty, didn't you?
Unfortunately not. I really wished. I mean, geez, I watch all their every single time a video of them comes on, I'm like, oh god, I really want to make this. I really
Just
wanna
put cheese
make
on it. That's what BuzzFeed Tasty is. It's like,
It's either they put cheese on it or chocolate.
I'm gonna revolutionize cooking for you. If you put cheese on anything, it's good.
Pretty much. I mean, cheese is good.
Shit, you right?
So yeah, I did this like cooking thing. It was like some like pork with couscous and a salad and whatnot.
Couscous.
Yeah, couscous.
Food's so nice they named it twice.
Hey.
I think Moto likes you.
But yeah. Shit, what was I gonna say? So yeah, I did that. But the thing is when I was recording the video, it was like 2 a.m.
Oh.
And then I recorded the audio like 3 weeks later at like 11 at night. So the entire time I'm just like, yeah, so you put the pork chops on the pan until, I don't know, they look like this, I guess. And then you flip them over and you put them on for, the same amount of time as you did earlier and all that shit. Like, I don't know.
Is it just like, just look at it, and if it looks like tasty, just fucking eat it, bro.
Pretty much. That's pretty much what I ended up saying. So I did that.
It's a little salmonella. Never hurt nobody.
Yeah, just, a little tapeworm. All that good stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did that, which was a nightmare. And it's called, like, Cooking Episode 0, because I'm never doing it again. It was just a nightmare to put together that I didn't realize, like, how bad it was I was going to get into and all that stuff. Anyway, so I did that. Another thing I did was I made, like, a really short video in a day.
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
pretty short.
I mean, there was no writing involved in it, but I, like, shot the whole thing, edited it, and then threw it up onto YouTube in a single day.
What was it? Was it like about anything, or was it like?
I mean, I don't know. It was like I woke up that morning, went into the kitchen, got myself a cup of coffee, and just kind of like sat there, enjoying it.
That's a good video.
No. This is before I started.
Like my.
And then
Yeah, that sounds like
Right.
Charles.
and then and then I got the idea and I just ran with it. Pretty much it's about this guy who performs some weird ritual, and then spoopy stuff starts happening around his house.
That'll do it. Yeah, the
Yeah.
ritual will do that.
I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but I'm gonna say that it is funny.
Ooh, me like you funny. Me like laugh.
It's funny. Yeah, you should totally go check it out. It's like,
Check it out.
I don't know. I don't have internet access on here and stuff. But,
All right.
hey man, what you looking for?
Just get some lights, you know.
Some lights.
Dude, hop on. You wanna be on the
I think
podcast?
they're
Are
in,
they
like, the-
on
yeah,
that
some-
like shelf that's over there?
Yeah, I'm checking over there. Should somebody didn't put them back the right way?
Dang, see, we live in a society, people.
We
Hey,
live-
you wanna hop here? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hi,
Hey, what's
video
up?
production student, CCTC.
There it is.
Yeah.
2019.
Hey.
It's fucking boys' night.
Vote my team for skills. Skills
Hey,
USA.
heck
That's
yeah,
what it was
man. Heck
called.
yeah.
Vince was asking me what the competition everybody asked.
Skills USA.
Yeah, our shoe boss.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were-
It's like the competition that's a really big deal to, like, students
Very few
in like our county and surrounding counties. But once when you go to like some like interview or whatever, they're like, "What the hell is that?" It's so weird.
I don't know. It's no big deal. I just kind of won an award.
Hey, there you go. Yeah. Did you place?
No, I didn't even enter.
Yeah.
Oh
Alright.
man.
I really thought about entering, and then I didn't. And
Oh
then,
yeah.
I like that. I like that story.
Yeah, I ended
Very
up.
yeah.
Yeah, I entered it, and then, we did like the in-house thing, and then we did like a practice run, and then we did the actual like video 4 skills and stuff. But by the time me and my partner ended up getting that, we were burned out, man.
Yeah.
It was so bad. Like, I mean, I can't speak on like his behalf, because he's not here. But I definitely felt like by that point I was at least like burned out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to have like, the in-house thing, because with our class it's like I don't know if there was like, let's just say for example there was like 20 groups, like 18 of them wanted to go.
Oh,
Essentially, So, we had to have the in-house thing, and then the ones who won that did a practice run later on, which is, it's good to have that and stuff, but...
Wait, so you had like an in-house competition to
Mhm.
like see who the best in the class was, and then whoever the best went.
Damn.
Cause
pretty
like
much.
okay,
Yeah.
cause like
Because there's
Wait.
like only so many spots that
Yeah,
they
yeah.
can fill and stuff.
Cause like when I was in the class, like
Mhm.
there was not enough people like interested, so like everybody who wanted to pretty much went.
Right,
So
They had some gladiator shit, man.
yeah,
They had to fight.
Yeah. Just duking it out with tripods.
so when were you in the class?
Just last year.
Last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing last spring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was my like R&D boy in the fall. So he had this seniority over me. He was
I was
wise.
never an R&D. Now I would be an R&D.
I would totally be an R&D. I would love to.
I
be.
would love to be an R&D too, man.
I
Hell yeah.
I like went back to high school like
Yeah.
after video, and I was like,
Right.
I gotta fucking get back. I cannot do this shit.
Yeah, that was me, except for I had it the last year of my senior semester,
Yeah.
which really sucked. Especially because, it's like 3 mods a day, and you have a regular, like, 4 mod schedule.
Yeah.
So once when the class ended, I didn't, like, drive at the time or anything like that, so I had to be at school for, like, 3 hours, and I had nothing to do.
Just hang out.
I had nothing to do, so I was like, screw this. By that time I ended up getting my yearbook, so I would just walk around the school, like, get signatures or some shit. That's pretty much what I did, and until, like, 4th mod came around, I would just, do that and stuff. But yeah.
Fourth mod stuff.
Hmm?
Some fourth mod stuff.
Yeah.
Just school things, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We've been trying. So like, our video group now is, I would say, is like it's like me, you, and our other buddy Lucas. And Lucas he's definitely more of like an eccentric like leader guy.
Okay, right.
He
Yeah, definitely more than either of us.
yeah, he is like he like texts us and he's like, guys, listen, I got this fucking idea, right? We gotta make an ear, right? We gotta make a giant ear the size of like a torso, of a human torso, and what if like a fish shot out, right? And this guy looks at the fish and he listens to the fish and the fish says, "Fuck me." And then the guy takes scissors and he stabs a child, and the world watches him. So we have to make a big giant like a human eye, and so that's kind of that's what we've been doing.
So that's like Acid Trip the movie.
Yeah, we follow him, and he's like stone cold sober as well. Do you pause it like, or does the audio keep going?
Audio keeps going. It's just like every now and again I have to like get up and press record on the camera again.
Okay.
It's still going.
It's still going, I guess.
I'll just do that.
I guess.
Yeah, that's just the thing with my camera, but it's all good.
We follow that man. I will follow that man to the grave.
That sounds like a very interesting guy. That's a very interesting character.
Next time, we'll bring him sometime.
Yeah.
I want him to meet you.
Right on. Yeah.
Right on.
I mean, hell, if you guys ever want to come back on the podcast, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to have you guys back on.
Oh wait,
Oh, yeah.
check this out. I learned this at work last night. That's like what all the kids are doing now. They don't whip anymore. They go.
What is that called?
I don't know. My manager told me to do it. That was Vince. Vince was like, "Hey, Will."
And then he did it.
And I was like, "Okay,
Oh, wow.
thanks, Dad."
Oh, man. Oh, that's great. So, how was your guys' day?
I'm glad that you asked, Mario.
Yeah.
Actually, how was your day? I'm curious to see. You always like have a nice day.
It's alright. I sold some shoes,
Oh yeah.
cut up some boxes,
Hey.
It's a grand old time in the shoe world.
We work at DSW, or
Okay.
Designer Shoe Warehouse,
All right.
and we love every second of it.
Hmm?
Yes, we do.
I think we legally have to say that, otherwise.
Right.
That's
Mhm.
like that one guy.
You under contract?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the one guy who like kept making dick jokes during that corporate video. It was like,
Oh
come
yeah.
find
What
us."
did he say? What did he say? He says
Size
size
matter.
doesn't.
Size
matters.
size does
Oh
matter.
my god.
The bigger the shoe, the bigger they fall.
Oh, what the fuck?
Went on about his kidney stones for a while.
Yeah, he just wouldn't shut up. This is like the new CEO of DSW, right? He's like, man, I got these fucking kidney stones, but I still go running every day. Size matters.
What?
And that was like
And
the
then-
corporate video we had to watch.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was definitely a whack time.
So CEO makes a corporate video and he just fills it with
Yeah,
dick
dick
jokes
jokes.
and him complaining
Yeah.
about his kidney
Dude,
stone.
this guy is like a coin bank. If you shake him around, you can hear the kidney
he
stones
starts bouncing
rattling. This guy's chock full.
Oh man.
What else to do? Oh, he also like begged us to like follow him on Instagram because he's like, I want to be cooler than my kids and have more followers than them.
No,
Follow
you
me on Instagram.
No, you
We're like,
Yeah,
ugh.
yeah, no.
Dude, you're like-
Well, what does he even post? What would he post?
Shoes.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, you know what? Hey, you're right.
He's freaking X-rays for that shows kidney stones. He's like,
He's like, check these guys out, dude. You could bust a window with this. What even are kidney stones?
I think it's like calcified, like
It's
Calcium.
it's like a buildup of something that turns into like
I think it's
a
like
rock.
like no, like that ass. Like I think it like
It's
It's
just,
like
I just
built
like
up.
that sentence. I think it's like pee, bro. Mom found the pee sock. Or sorry, the pee drawer. I fucked that
Oh
up.
man. But it's like if you catch it early, you can get it surgically removed. But if
The
not,
pee drawer.
the fucking kidney stones. But if you don't catch them early, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, you screwed.
There's only one way.
I know you got to pee him out.
yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
So maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like big stones coming out. Your, yeah.
I thought they were like super teeny tiny.
Well, because here's what they actually got to. They basically got to take like a professional ice pick, and they really got to jam it up,
God.
like your penis, and they got to like chisel
Oh,
away.
man.
Like that sounds like I'm fucking around, but I'm not. That's real shit.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
No, I think they're actually like pretty big. I think people like make necklaces out of them.
Oh God.
Who would make?
Why would you? Not
Like, that's
only
like-
is it somebody that makes it, why the hell would you wear that?
No, I'm being like pretty dead ass.
I mean, I can totally believe it.
Relatively dead ass.
I totally 100% believe it. I mean, hell, if they make canes out of like fucking like the skin from a bull's penis, I can easily see somebody making
No,
a
I think
freaking
they
necklace
make
out
that.
of kidney stones.
I guess they just make anything now. There's like you could
Yeah,
like
you
order
could-
poop online, bro.
Yeah, you can order anything
Yeah.
online if
But
you
it's like-
search hard enough.
But it's like poop from a pretty girl, so it's
Oh,
like
God.
so it's like a win-win in my book.
Anyway, going back to your day, Will.
You know, my day was fucking whack. Somebody tried to steal my credit card information. Cause I wanted to. Oh man, there were these badass pair of like shades that I wanted to get from Instagram, and they were free, right?
I do like the shades you have on now.
Oh,
You're
thank-
rocking those.
They're my mom's.
Yeah. It doesn't matter, dude. It's still dope as hell.
But like, and they looked so fucking cool, and so I go and like my card gets declined, and I'm like, what the fuck? I got paid today. I got that shoe money.
Right.
And then I call them up, and I'm like, what the fuck is up, Kyle? Give me my money.
Right.
And they're like, hey, listen, bud. There's like a $40 transaction from like California. Do you live in California? And I was like, no, sir. And so then I have a new card coming in the mail. But now my old one is like dead.
Alright,
So I'm basically without money for like 3 days.
Is what it is.
So we thrive.
Oh God. Ew. Oh.
That looks like some macaroni art, dude.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kidney
sure.
stone necklace.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's real
Oh
shit.
jeez, that's. Oh God, that's.
Everybody gangsta until somebody busts out the kidney stone necklace.
disgusting. Oh jeez.
After that, I went home.
Mhm.
I thought I wasn't gonna have a car, and I go home and my dad's in the driveway, and I'm like, oh hey, what's up? It's my dad. And I go in there and the car's running and he's not there, and I'm like, this guy got Thanos. This guy got like I don't feel so good, William, and then he like disappeared.
Right.
And so I investigate,
Mhm.
and I go in my house, and he's like, dude, I got Mountain Dew all on my balls, man. I'm so sticky. And I'm like, what happened? He's like, I spilled like a big gulp of Mountain Dew all over the car. So now the entire car is very sticky. And so I ran around trying to find a place that would clean it. No place would clean it. Like they were all booked solid on a Friday because
Yeah, that makes sense.
no, I mean like on Friday your car gets dirty, man. I mean that's just
I
how
don't-
How
it
many
is.
places did you try?
I tried one.
They were all the places were booked. All one of them.
I didn't want to go anywhere. I just wanted to stop going to
Right.
places. I was because there's this place by Plum Crazy, and I go in there, and this little Mexican lady yells at me
Mhm.
because she doesn't understand English. I say, hey, how much does it cost to detail an interior? And she's like, hold on. What's that? And then she gets a big white man. And he's like, yeah, $145. I'm like,
Ooh.
I was like, oh, I'll get back to you. And I get in my car, and I'm
Hey.
like, yo, Dad, this guy wants like $200 or $150.
Smart. Tell your dad 200 so you can get the other
Yeah,
55.
hey, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm thinking with portals right now. And so
Just go through like just go to a car wash and just roll the windows down.
That's what I was considering doing. That. I was
then
considering
just-
just like saying fuck it and just running through their shit for free.
For free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pretty
Like $5 maybe.
Well, no, I would illegally do it. I would just
I
run
don't
through.
think like car washes just start if you just show up.
They're
You
not
have to,
just
like,
always
I think
on?
No, I think you have to like pay for it first.
Yeah, you
And
know,
then it starts going.
that's probably a more safe like transaction for on their end.
I don't think so.
I can do what I want.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, if I go fast enough, I can. Every place is a drive-through. Drive-through college.
I was just about to say a drive-through school.
Give me the fucking degree.
Good God. Man.
But other than that, I didn't do shit. And then I came here. That's what I did.
Right on, right on.
Oh, at some point Lucas was there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like stopped by. I was gonna watch Borat, but then I was like, I have like half an hour. So we watched this weird thing called the Gregory Horror Show.
Okay.
Like that was I bought it for $1 at FYE.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
that reminds me.
What does it remind you of? What's up, Dad?
Tonight, the second part or season of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina comes out.
Oh,
Not sure if you guys are into that.
Isn't that the one about like this
It-
vampire chick, and then
No. So you know
she's
like
a witch.
yeah.
oh wait, hold on. Didn't like the Satanist church get really pissed off because they used
That's
a
the one.
statue?
Probably,
Yeah, because they were appropriating their culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
It was fucking funny though.
But yeah, that comes out tonight, so I'm gonna binge watch that until I fucking finish it. Anyway.
Good.
Yeah, that
Good.
comes out tonight.
I watched the first episode and I dug it, but I get it. It's like when I watch like half the shit I watch the first episode and I'm like, oh yeah, I get it.
Okay.
I watched the first 2 minutes of Game of Thrones and I was like, oh, that's why people like it.
I've never seen it.
You watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I do watch Game of Thrones.
It's good.
It is good. I quite enjoy it. There's I don't know a lot of
There's dragons.
there's dragons. There's
Dragons and shit.
people getting like just massacred. and
Yes,
shit.
well.
Well,
Is there like boobs in it? I know there's boobs in it.
there
Right?
are boobs in it.
It's like, yes.
What's the show called again? What's that?
That's my new favorite show.
Oh, man.
Dude, I'm excited. I recently got Frank. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Frank. That sounds
Frank.
familiar.
It's this
What's
movie.
the name?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's this movie about like this indie band who gets like a new guy as like their keyboardist,
Okay.
and then he joins the band and he's kind of like, what the hell is going on with this band? Because the lead singer wears this giant paper mache head at all times.
Okay.
And like you don't see his face, you just see like this giant head, and then he's just like, ah, fuck it, like he just goes along with it, and it's pretty much just the story of this indie band trying to make it.
Oh, right on.
And Frank.
It's a very Charles French movie. That's the vibe I get from it.
Written and directed by Charles Frank.
Yeah.
I wish.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
right.
Can you go back in time and make Frank? Let's make America Frank again.
Yeah.
Buzz.
Mappa.
Oh man.
Mappa.
If we're talking about shows and stuff, there is one Netflix original that I always recommend to people. Like, so
I'm
we're
waiting.
we're film guys,
A couple of film boys here.
or I was about to say, or film boys. Yeah.
Film boys to film men.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there it is. Let's hope Hoop doesn't see this.
There's no cameras, right?
No, not at all.
I thought you lost it in the river.
No, I got another one. Oh, I'll tell you that's a funny story. And I think it's like mainly wholesome.
Okay. We'll get to that right after. I really want to recommend this show. So we're really into film and stuff. So,
Correct.
One thing that I remember from listening to your podcast, which we'll definitely talk about later, is that you like lighting and choreography.
Did I say? I probably said
you
that.
said
Yeah.
choreography.
I probably said. Yeah,
I
that's
listened to it
something I
last
said.
night. I'm pretty sure you said choreography. The things I love is like the color in a shot, and also like the way the shot like is set up and stuff,
Yeah.
and that sort of stuff. Anyway, I also like the characters. Anyway, so
are you more technical or writing? Would you say?
I mean, I really do enjoy both.
Yeah.
I love writing and stuff. I have some things that are planned. Hopefully they'll get to the freaking production phase, but that's another thing for like way down the line.
We all wear a lot of hats. We have multiple jobs. I mean, come on.
But definitely from like the technical side of it, I definitely love setting up a shot.
Framing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fun.
Like I don't just sit there and look what's on the screen. I see like what's behind, what's in front, what's in the middle. If that makes any sense for people who like know how to frame stuff. But
What's
anyway,
the show?
It's a Netflix original called Sense8.
Sense8?
Sense8, like the
Sense8.
5 senses and then the number 8.
Oh, since 8. Okay.
Yes. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. It's been recommended to me.
Okay.
I'm very slow at like watching stuff.
Oh, that's all.
So like, my like to watch list is like super
Yeah.
long, and I have like a ton of stuff I need to watch.
I completely understand.
And
that.
I
Absolutely.
haven't made it to that one yet, but like eventually.
One thing that I'll definitely recommend. I mean, trying to explain for people who have seen it, they'll instantly know. Trying to explain the plot is really fucking hard. But to basically give it like the bare bones minimum, it's these 8 people around the world who all share their thoughts, emotions, and skills with each other.
That's bonkers.
It's crazy.
Positively nutty.
But anyway, the shots that are in it, and like the whole like, just the character development alone, all of it is just super, super beautiful. Like any person who's a fan of filmmaking and film in general, I highly recommend it. The thing is like with how confusing the plot is, the thing that I most recommend is watch it until the 4th episode, and if you're invested, keep watching it because you'll fucking love it. If at that point you're like, I don't get it, don't watch it because you're not gonna end up really understanding the rest of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But unless you want to continue watching it, then by all means continue watching it. But I mean, like, I've watched that show so many times. Like,
I do just watch the same show over and over again.
I mean, the thing is, it's only 2 seasons, but that's
Yeah.
because Netflix is freaking. Oh God, I don't even want to get started with that.
What?
Cool. That movie cost. I mean, not movie. That show cost like
Okay.
ridiculous amount of money.
Imagine-
They had to film
imagine-
in 8 cities all around the world, and they had to fly their actors here and
Like
there.
everything is on
Yeah.
location. It's like they had to
Whack.
get the actors from like Chicago all the way to like fucking
Dubai.
Berlin, then to get them to Seoul in Korea, then get them into like freaking
Golly.
India, all that sort of stuff. Even into like freaking Africa.
That's a lot of road trips. That's a lot of
Yeah.
that's a lot of builds to bridges to build.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, that show,
Muy
it
expensivo.
Ayúdame. It definitely.
That's all I know.
But yeah, I just highly recommend that show. I freaking love it. It's only 2 seasons long, like I said earlier. But anyway, yeah.
We've been into Will and I have been into this other show
Mhm.
that recently has come out. It's called Love, Death, and Robots.
Love
I saw that.
It's
I saw that. It was so good. It was so good.
That,
Dude.
Oh, I binge watched that entire thing as soon as it came out. Oh, it was so good. Oh man.
It's everything I've ever drawn or wanted to draw.
Right.
All I draw is Love, Death, and Robots, Mario. It's fucking so good.
Oh man. Yeah.
My favorite one is Sunny's Edge, right? Do you know that one?
Oh,
Do you
the
remember
first episode.
the first episode.
Yeah. That was so good.
It was like she was in the monster all along. Oh wait, that's a spoiler. You can censor that.
That's fine. It doesn't matter.
Oh, man. What was your favorite? What were your guys' favorite one?
I-
And why? Would you say?
While you're thinking of that, I'm gonna like pull up the episode list real quick.
I still haven't finished it. There's a few that I haven't
Oh,
watched
for
yet.
real?
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Still need to like
No, that was such a good
focus
show.
on watching Ice Age.
Ice
the,
Age.
The one
yeah.
that takes place in the freezer.
That one is very like.
There it is.
Oh, Sabrina.
I'm binge watching that as soon as I get home.
Oh, hell yeah.
I can't wait for that.
Ice Age is definitely like way more. Just because there's like human actors, it's way more like grounded.
Yeah.
But it's still like interesting. It's like funny.
I don't know. I really like The Witness.
The Witness, yeah.
Yeah.
That tripped me out by the end.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what the? Because I wasn't expecting that. I thought they were just like in some weird loop.
That had such like good like
Mm.
CGI and also like a melding.
All the
of
animation is beautiful.
Yeah.
in it. It
'Cause
really is.
I tried animation like once and I fucking hated it because I'm so like impatient, right? And like you spend like 9 hours to get like 10 seconds of something like good, and it's just so hard. So like I definitely would like to try like 3D, like because most of the shorts are 3D, right?
Yeah.
Except for like a couple, and the ones that are 2D are really fucking good. Like there was what was the one where the guy's like, in first time man's got himself reading a little pussy.
I don't know. That's the one with like evil Jesus.
Yeah, it's got evil Jesus Dracula.
Evil. Yeah.
Evil Jesus regular Dracula.
Yeah.
Dracula is just evil Jesus.
But to answer your question about like the whole like favorite episodes and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like. I mean, I love them all and stuff, but I kind of have two. One's for like because of how funny it was, and that was like the alternate history.
Oh, alternate history was pretty fun.
The one that I do like the most was probably the last episode of The Secret War.
The Secret War
That
is
was
so
really
sick.
good.
That one is
I
good.
love that.
Just my favorite like character, right? Like I don't really like. I am definitely more technical than I am about writing. I'm not very good at like writing, but like just the character of like a soldier who dedicates his life to a cause. Because there's this one fucking line where he's like, "They would kill us if we returned with this information. We have a job, comrade. We must finish it." I love that shit. Like that is such like so badass.
It definitely reminds me of like which one was it? It was like Black Ops. I think it was like 2 or 3 zombies, where it had like the 4 characters.
I did not think this was good. I did not think we were gonna loop into Black Ops 3 zombies.
I mean, it's like, you know, the Russian comrade who's like fighting some other worldly thing.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it be like zombies or whatever the hell it was in that episode.
Demons.
Yeah.
Demons are cool.
Those things were freaking creepy as hell too.
Yeah, dude. Oh wait, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was also gonna say like my other favorite episode is probably like Good Hunting.
Good Hunting.
That was really
because
cool.
that was the
I
other
don't know.
good too.
I really like a good like nature versus like machine type of deal,
Yeah.
and that's like
I did really like that one a lot, but I mean at the same time I'm also like a huge fan of like the whole like steampunk style.
Steampunk was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I did like that.
Right. I mean it's like if you end up watching that series, it's really hard to pick just one to be your favorite. You know, because
they're all so good.
they're all good in their own aspects.
Yeah.
I do really like on how it's like each episode has a completely different animation style than the previous.
There were you
Yeah.
could definitely tell there were like some of the same studios. There
Mhm.
were and there
Yeah.
I thought there were a couple of weak ones. Like there was the one like Shapeshifters. I liked Shapeshifters. Like it was about like werewolves. I like
Mhm.
but like it just kind of like it didn't really look as like striking as
Yeah.
the other ones. And then
Right.
the other one
The other one like using that like realistic animation style.
Yeah. They use that realistic. And that's like that like Akila's Rift, that was beautiful. Sunny's Edge, that was beautiful. Like they had like the same studios did like really good ones. But then
Right.
it was that one, and then there was like this other one that was like I forget what it was called, but it was like this girl flies. She's like a pilot for like space.
Oh, Lucky
space
13?
War. Yeah, Lucky 13.
I haven't seen that one yet.
That one had a really good like interesting kind of story, but like
Mhm.
it just
Yeah.
kind of like. I'm such a bitch, right? Because like I'm like if it doesn't look good as the other one, so I can't keep my tiny brain stimulated. But like it didn't keep my tiny brain stimulated, so
Right.
it's like what the fuck.
Yeah, I definitely had that kind of feeling and stuff. But I mean, with all of them, well, some more than others, I could easily, like, I remember I watched one of them, I can't remember which one it was, and I was like, I could easily see, like, if that became its own series, I would totally watch it.
A lot of people are saying that like if
Mhm.
like 3 Robots was its own series, like 3 Robots, that could definitely be like a comedy. Like I would watch
That-
like
that
a
was
movie
really
with those
fun.
guys.
But I don't know if they'd be able to do that much
Yeah.
like with just those 3 simple robots.
Right.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you
Because
would
like
definitely-
that one like 6 or 7 minute episode was perfect.
perfect. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like making a whole series out of it, I
Like,
think
You
that
could
would be-
definitely not make a series. I would
Yeah.
say that. You could probably make a movie. That's what I think.
yeah.
I think if you have simple characters but you have
Mhm.
complex like
Stories.
settings, I think that
Right.
makes a good story. Because
Yeah.
like Akira, right? It's like my
Mhm.
favorite movie. Every single character in that movie is dog shit. like what? There's like they all. This isn't me being racist. This is just the animation style. They all got big foreheads and black hair, The
Which
only,
one was Akira again?
Akira was the one.
About the bikers and there's like
Yeah.
gross
It
little
was
like,
an anime. It was an anime.
gross little like baby children. I mean that makes sense. Like old people like.
It was like the Japanese government. The year is 1980X, and World War III has left Tokyo in ruins, and so Neo Tokyo. Right.
I think it takes place in 2019.
Yeah, I just like saying
Oh.
1980X. Oh shit, that's right. That's why I got excited for 2019.
Yeah.
Because this is the year that Akira happens.
Oh shit.
But it takes place in like Neo Tokyo.
Yeah, it's like a cyberpunk future, and like these guys, these like delinquent kids have a run-in with like this like government experiment like gone wrong or whatever, and then one of the kids like is like imbued with like some of the power by the government. It's really hard to explain, but like just like this whole Neo Tokyo setting, right? With like because you're interested in, I would say I was more interested in that than what happened to the characters, because then like you follow along kind of blankly with these guys, and so you can pretty much just not even put yourself in it. You can just admire like most of like what's going on, as opposed to who these people are, which I like that.
I do love very what is it with the characters. I love it when they actually go really deep with like character development and stuff, you know, like you could easily have a really good movie that has a good plot, but the characters are just, they're boring as hell. You're not interested in them. You know, good examples of like the characters that I absolutely love and wish that I could like create and write are
Steve from Minecraft.
they're Dr. Gregory House from the show House MD, and
I've never seen House. I just kind of know about it.
Oh, he's like this doctor who's just like a dick, but he's that lovable dick because he just doesn't.
So it's like Rick Sanchez. It's like IQ is off the charts.
Yeah. It's another one is the other character is from The Blacklist, which is a great show. And that guy is like Raymond Remington, or AKA Red. Right. But I guess Rick Sanchez would be like a good example also, but definitely
It's just the peak of human evolution. Just fucking look at him.
He pretty much is. But definitely less. Definitely like high IQ and also like a dick, but at the same time not as. I guess the party animal that he is.
America likes smart assholes.
Yeah.
Facts.
Pretty much.
Hey, do you guys want to hear the story about the Jewel story?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yes, absolutely.
Charles has
I
heard
haven't
it.
heard it.
So basically, I have this friend.
Mm-hmm.
I will not say anything about her.
Okay.
But so, like, this was probably like 2 weeks ago, right? And like, I kind of go over. I am presuming I'm going to get laid, so I'm like, I'm gonna have a good time. I'm like, I get the brilliant because I'm like out of pods, right? I have a Jewel, ladies and gentlemen. We're like, all right, hey, wait a minute, let's go walk to 7-Eleven. It's 2 miles away. It's very far, but she's like, yeah, let's go. I'm down.
Right on. Okay.
And so she busts out these skateboards, and I'm like riding on my ass like up and down hills, and like she's like skateboarding like a normal person.
Right.
And then like I lose her, right, and I don't hear her. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm all alone in the middle. It's like 2 a.m, and I'm alone like in the woods. And so then she's like, hey, Will. And I'm like, what's up? And she's like in a river. She's like, let's go fucking skinny dipping. And it's cold. Like, it's like 30 degrees out. And I'm like, hey, all right. And then I say, here, give me your jewel. I'm putting the jewels in my back right pocket. So if I freak out and I'm not trying to find out, or I'm trying to find where the jewels are, they're in my back right pocket.
Okay.
And so then we get in, right? And I'm like, man, this is pretty chilly.
Okay.
I don't much like this. And so then we immediately get out, and I put on my pants, and they're not there. And I'm in my back right pocket, and I'm like, I fucked up. So I gotta be like, she's like, I'm not mad now because I'm drunk, but what the fuck, man? And in the morning, like a gentleman, I go out and I get her another jewel, $15 off.
Oh wow.
And so then, yeah. And then I bought a pack of cigarettes, and I was like, oh, this is foul. So I told much to last me until payday.
Right.
And I didn't even make it to payday. I moved shit over for my savings. I was like, oh, rats.
Shit. So what happened to them?
They were lost in the river.
Oh shit.
I mean, like, a million years from now, when, like, society has fallen and, like, the aliens come by, they're gonna find our 2 jewels, and they're gonna be like, this is how they, like, talk to each other. This is, like, their cellular devices.
Oh man, that
These are the little tiny gods that they pray to.
That reminds me of a story.
Wow.
It was me and a couple of friends, and it was like really late at night, so we go out, and like all of us were. So anyway, so we go out, and it was like, I don't know, like 1 in the morning, something like that. And we see one of these. Oh, you want to answer it?
Yeah, wait, here, let's get him on.
Let's put it on speaker.
Lucas, you're on the podcast, bro.
Hey. You left your bag in my car.
Oh, fuck. Shit. Here, wait, do your stand-up.
What's that? No, I can't do that.
It's.
Dude, I'll get me too'd in like a second.
You're gonna talk about Black Panther.
Tell the one about the parrot.
Tell the one about the parrot.
About the parrot?
Yeah.
That's a wrong joke. I mean, alright.
I'm pretty sure it's like.
So there are two jokes I always tell. You know, that I've known them since I was a kid. One of them is about these 3 guys who want to see, you know, which one's stronger. So they figure out,
This is not the parrot joke.
it is the parrot joke. It gets to the parrot joke.
No,
Okay.
the Mitch Hedberg
Never
one.
mind, I'm done.
Oh man, I think I know where he's going with that, because I think I'm pretty sure I heard that joke before too.
I'm gonna tell the Mitch Hedberg parrot joke.
Okay.
One time I had a parrot,
Mhm.
but the parrot did not tell me it was hungry, so it died.
Yeah, I don't know where the hell he was going with that.
I think I know.
Can you tell it?
Yeah, sure, I can tell it. So there's 2 jokes that I always love, right? The first one is that there's these 3 kids who
There were men in Lucas. Can they be men in this one?
sure we'll make them men.
Cool.
So you have these 3 construction workers, and they want to see who's the strongest, right?
Okay.
So what they do is that there's like, you know, this big like puddle of mud, and they're like, okay, here's what we'll do. We'll take bricks, we'll throw them up into the air, and whichever one hits the ground and sinks the farthest into the ground wins. So the first guy, he takes his brick, he throws it up into the air, and bam, it smacks into the mud, and it goes like a foot. And they're like, oh wow, okay. So the next guy, he takes his brick, he throws it up, it comes down, and bam, it goes like 2 feet into the mud. The third guy, he throws his brick up. So the other joke I like to tell.
He was so strong.
So the other joke I like to tell is there's this woman who, she's like going on a flight, and there's like 2 rules on the flight. The first is that you're not allowed to bring parrots and you can't smoke. But she has this pet parrot, so she like puts it in her jacket, you know, and she like smuggles it aboard and all this stuff. So then the pilot comes, you know, like through the cabin right before, you know, like they fly and stuff, and he's smoking a cigar. And, you know, he's like saying hey to everybody and stuff. Okay, so they take off, and, you know, they're at like that cruising altitude, so the pilot comes back out and he's still smoking the cigar. And, you know, he's like making chit chat with like some of the passengers. He comes up to her. He's like, hey, how you doing? How you enjoying your flight? She's like, oh yeah, I'm good. And then, you know, he's just about to leave, and then out of nowhere you hear, he's like, what? It's like, do you have a bird on the plane? She's like, no. What's a cracker? So, like, the bird head pops out, and he's like, what? No, you're not supposed to bring birds on a plane. And she stands up, and she's like, no, you're not supposed to smoke on the plane. So he takes the bird, throws it out the window. So she takes his cigar and throws it out the window. So then, the lady's all angry. The bird got thrown out of a fucking airplane. So she sits back down. The pilot's angry, so he goes back into the cockpit. So he's like flying and stuff, and he hears a little. He's like, what the hell? He looks over, and it's a bird. And guess what was in his mouth?
Cigar.
No, the bird. That's a joke.
That's a tough parrot.
Yeah.
That's a tough parrot.
Oh, man. But yeah, that's where I thought that guy was going with that.
Next time Lucas tries to tell us that joke, we have to say it for him. Oh, God.
But anyway, so back to that story I was telling. The three of us were, because it was me and two other guys. So, we were bored and stuff, and we go down the street. And, we were like walking around the neighborhood and whatnot. And we go down the street, and there's one of those construction signs that says steel plates ahead.
Okay.
So we go up to the sign.
And you stole them.
Did you steal it? We like
We didn't.
We
didn't
can't incriminate ourselves.
We didn't steal it, but we did. Well,
That's close.
I'm not saying we, but one of the people I was with, he did pull out a knife and like cut the entire thing out, and then cut it into the strips so that it was just the words.
Yeah.
And we each took one. I ended up throwing mine out later,
Okay.
but that's what ended up happening. And
Oh, like you're talking about like one of those like cloth ones, like they're not cloth, but
They're like
they're like
plastic.
bright orange,
Yeah,
and they're on
yeah,
that metal stand.
yeah, but they like not the ones that are like permanent.
Like for construction work.
They're like, if you go up to them and like you feel them, they're like made out of like plastic.
Yeah. So okay, for a second I thought you meant like this guy went up with like a knife and just cut a metal sign.
No.
That's pretty hardcore.
That guy's
pretty
strong.
hardcore.
He could throw a brick so high.
But so yeah, he ended up like cutting all that stuff out and whatnot. But each time a car would go by and he was doing that, we would just scatter. Like one person ended up trying to climb into a tree, another person hid behind a bush. What I ended up doing is that, so like where the road was, there was just a huge like empty like field, not like a farming field like we have here, but it was just like a bunch of grass and stuff. So I would just run out there and just like jump and lay down, and then the car would go by and stuff. So anyway, that happens a couple times, and then one of the times I'm like laying on my back, like staring up at the sky. And my friend comes over and he's like, dude, the car's gone. I'm just looking up at the sky, and I could just see like the entire galaxy for the first time in my life.
Whack.
Like if you've ever have that experience, it's really surreal.
Yeah.
Like there's some places you can go in the U.S. that are called natural. I'm not sure if it's national or natural, like dark zones.
Okay.
But pretty much what it is like you're in like the middle of a forest and you're far enough away from light pollution to where instead of seeing like a couple little stars that are peeking through the clouds and stuff, you can see like the entire galaxy. It's really cool if you ever get a chance to go and like try and see it.
That's pretty bonkers.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm like seeing that, and my friend comes over, he's like, dude, come on, get up. The car's gone. I'm like, no, dude, you need to come down here. Like, I was like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? Come on, let's go. I'm like, no. Come here. Come down here. He's like, dude, what the hell? And I grab his arm, I pull him down, I was like, get down here. And he's like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, look. He looks up, he's like, oh, shit. So then our third friend comes over, and he's like, guys, what are you doing? Come on, the car's gone. And both of them, we just looked at each other, looked at him, and we're like, nah, dude, you need to come down here.
I fucking love that line.
Yeah.
That is a really good.
Yeah.
You need to come on, get up, let's go. No,
You need to come down here.
get down on my level.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, I don't know, the three of us ended up laying down in the middle of like a patch of grass.
Oh, that's me. I hit my fucking button.
Oh, was that you?
Yeah. I fixed it.
There you go. Yeah, we laid there for what felt like an
Dude,
hour.
I didn't know this was a spooky podcast. A jump scare.
This is a Halloween episode.
Oh god.
No, I'm not gonna wait that long. Hopefully not.
I'm anticipating its arrival.
See, it depends on how many guests I have. So,
We're actually not going to be on until Halloween now.
like, it all depends if I want to do it like a weekly thing or if I want it to be a like a monthly thing.
That's fair.
Because
monthly would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
It would, but I mean, I already have the first 2 episodes pre-recorded and good to go. Like they're finished, edited, all that stuff. And then I plan on having 2 more this weekend or 1 more this weekend. I mean, yeah, once a month would be easier, but at the same time, I mean, I'm already like ahead of schedule. If that makes any sense. So yeah.
Get a flip.
But to keep up with that, that's a lot of content.
It is.
Quality
it really
content.
Is. Yeah.
Let's make some quality content.
Anyway, so
You're looking up at the galaxy.
that was pretty much like that.
Oh,
story.
okay.
The end of the story was that the 3 of us just lay there for what felt like, I don't know, an hour, just staring at the galaxy.
Positively bonkers.
Yeah.
Go mental, yeah.
Go mental, yeah? Go wacky! Yeah.
Oh man. So.
You want to talk about my other podcast?
Yes, but I have to like pee really bad, so I have to go and do that.
All right.
I'm not gonna cut any of this out, so you guys talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be right back. Hopefully.
We'll miss you.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be back soon.
You might have a tough time getting into school without like a pass.
He's just going outside.
Yeah, right.
What did fucking Lucas send me?
Huh.
Anime chicks with dicks.
I'm not about that.
I don't like that.
Uh,
Charles is not about that.
Just reading my pee. It's almost time to retire these.
What's that? Oh, rats.
It's like it's getting time. It's getting close.
Yo, I fucking these guys are
Ooh.
starting to explode now, and I'm really not looking forward to that.
Then you're gonna have to buy some new ones.
Yeah, like what am I gonna do? I'm fucked.
You're fucked.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, but I don't know. Round 2.
Oh, but I like. So I emailed that tattoo guy last night. The tattoo artist.
Yeah.
Like
Wait, which one?
the time bomb
Time bomb. Okay.
place with the giraffe head in the window.
Yeah.
So I emailed him, and like, to my surprise, he responded within like a half an hour.
Oh shit.
And I was like reading something beforehand on like, a lot of people have like, you gotta email like your tattoo artist the right way. Like you have to like put these things in. Don't say these things. Do say these things. So I was like, all right. So I was like, how do I email this guy? Like, what does he want to know from me?
What does he want? My blood?
Yeah, exactly. And then
I had to check if I worked Friday.
you're good.
Okay.
And then some at the end of it, they're like, yeah, tattoo artists may take up to like 2 weeks to respond to you. And I was like, all right.
Damn.
So I got some time to like hear back from this guy. And then he responded half an hour later. It's like,
Oh shit.
okay. So
What did I say, man? What did he
So-
say? Like, what did you say to him?
I just said like, hey, said my name. And I was like, I'm Charles French. I stopped into Time Bomb recently to see if I could schedule a tattoo. And they gave me your card and said, here, email this dude. And then about like scheduling, and then they said he was a good tattoo artist. So I was like, okay, cool. And then looked at a few of his stuff, a few of his pictures and stuff, and then just emailed him about, sent him like my design, my
Yeah.
idea.
The girl with the smoke.
Yeah, and then did that, and then told him the few things I wanted to change about it, and then just like, so I sent that to him, and then he responded, asked me a bunch of questions, and then, yeah, so
Yeah. So
So
you're
it's
kind of buds now.
yeah, it's in the works. It's in
Alright.
the works.
Did he give you like an estimate for how much it was gonna be?
I didn't ask. I didn't. I was gonna wait to talk about money.
Hey, don't
Yeah,
talk about money.
Don't
right
talk
now.
about money.
Never. Never talk about. Ignore. Money doesn't exist.
Money
For real though?
For real, the money doesn't exist. I got $10 in here. That's fake money.
You have fake money?
No, it's real money, but like
It's like yellow. Or is that just a light?
I think it's just a light. But
Okay.
like
I thought you had pea stained $5 bills.
this is just paper.
This is
It's
just paper,
It
bro.
doesn't mean anything. It's just paper with an old dude's face on it.
Oh, that's
Right.
gonna be interesting to hear later. So, did I miss
I got some
anything good?
Huh?
Did I miss anything good?
We
Um,
talked about a tattoo that I'm getting.
He's getting a
So-
Oh, you got a
tattoo.
tattoo?
I'm getting a
Oh,
tattoo.
yeah, what is it? I'm thinking about getting like an infinity symbol
Yeah.
with the words "I am also we" somehow incorporated with it.
I am also we.
Yep.
Okay.
That's from that show Sense8.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's some stoner shit.
Yeah, if you watch the show, it completely makes sense.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm thinking about getting that, and then at some point I want to get one that's on my back, but I have to like do some personal shit before I end up getting that. But I
Okay.
want the yin yang symbol, but I want it in 3 parts. So I want one half of it, which is the light and the darkness, like right here on the shoulder
The
blade.
yin and the yang.
I think that's the yin.
The yin.
Yeah, the light and the dark.
Oh, with the black eye.
No, it's the white surrounded by the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I want that like here, and then I want the other one on my other shoulder blade, and then I want them to meet in the middle and switch. So. It's like
This sounds bonkers.
it's not what your typical when you envision the yin yang symbol. You have the white with the black dot on the left side and the black with the white dot on the right side. I want that flipped, and I want that right in the center on my spine.
Oh, okay. But you get like.
That's gonna hurt like a fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean they're gonna be like that big. I'm not looking for anything like huge or anything like that. But yeah, I definitely also don't want that to be my first tattoo.
Fair.
So that's why that. But I'm also not sure if I want that on my wrist or not. I don't know.
I was gonna
Other
get.
decisions.
I was gonna get a tattoo from. I ended up bitching out. So I'm
You're
gonna.
not getting it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to like get my ears pierced though.
Okay.
I don't know.
I was just gonna get a Triforce right here, but then I was like, that doesn't really seem like me. Like I love Zelda and all. I don't know.
Yeah.
Getting the.
That reminds me. I'm thinking about.
I bitched out though, sadly.
Is she still getting it?
No, she's like, we were gonna get our ears pierced, but then the girl says I don't do ears, so
What?
I'm like, what? Why do you only pierce bellies and noses? I'm
Who
like,
said that?
that's the tattoo rock star girl.
Oh, go to Westminster Tattoo.
Yeah, I might go there.
See if they have like, or try and go somewhere with an apprentice.
Yeah, because then
Like,
they do. Like,
Because then they do it cheaper, and then
Yeah.
it's gonna be the same quality,
yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully they don't fuck it up too
I'm
bad.
thinking about doing something like this with my.
But that's my tattoo.
Oh, that's sick.
Except I'm gonna get rid of this dude's face and change her hairstyle a little bit.
Oh,
Wait,
that's
there's a
sick.
dude in there?
Yeah,
In the smoke. Here,
Oh,
That's sick.
okay.
so
Yeah.
getting rid of that dude.
I'm thinking about
Get
doing
outta
this
here,
with my
dude.
hair, but keeping my hair black, and instead of a blue, it's gonna be green. That's something like that.
Oh, you're gonna do your hair on this?
Oh, you recording?
Yeah,
Come on up.
it's only.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know I'm gonna go out and do some parking lot duty, so I'll be back in a week.
Okay. I mean, if you need us out of here, we could easily.
No, that's fine. Just lock the door though, so if you guys leave, somebody else will have to let you back in.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Stay safe.
I'll be back.
Don't
Dad's gone. We can
That
say
was-
fuck.
That was our producer, Mr. Hooper.
Our producer.
I was hoping you'd
Sure,
turn
for this
around and be
episode.
like,
Hey, hey, don't say fuck.
But yeah, I'm thinking about doing something like that,
With
but
your hair?
keep my hair black and then do a like dark green strip instead of a blue one.
okay.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
not sure if I really want to do that though.
I met this girl today, and her thing. She works at like FX Studios, and she specializes in hair coloring. So I'm like,
oh, right on.
oh, maybe I'll hit you up on that.
I thought about dyeing my hair,
Yeah.
and then
And then the old lady told you, never dye your hair. People will spend millions of dollars to get your hair color.
true, and somebody else told me that I wouldn't be able to. She's like, You wouldn't be able to part with your hair. Like, I don't think you'd be able to.
Oh, I know I couldn't. Like, it took me, like, ever since the last day of high school, I've been growing out my hair, and it's gotten to, like, this point.
Nice.
So,
Hell yeah.
I want to grow it longer. I pretty much want to be able to put my hair back. The only thing is, like, all this stuff from the front is too short, so it doesn't reach back there yet.
Sticks out.
It's like if I was to put it back and then lean forward, all
It'll-
of it just...
I
So it's
understand.
not long enough and stuff. And also I wear the hat because it's cold out. If it wasn't, I'd be wearing like a bandana,
Oh, hell yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, looking like a true hippie in the flesh.
I remember when I had my dare hand here.
Oh man, the good old.
Oh wait, yeah. Let your hair down, Charles.
Ooh.
My hair is it's getting pretty long.
Oh, yeah,
like
We,
I think I've cut it once in the past 2 years. Like just
Yeah.
talking about the top, I've cut the sides obviously.
Right.
But yeah, we made a movie with our
Yeah.
friend Lucas, and then he was like, or I came up with the idea. I'm like, I think it'd be pretty cool to like cut my hair with a pocket knife, and then he's like, can I use that? And I was like, okay, man. So there's a nice movie out there of me just sitting there with a pocket knife, like sawing my hair,
yeah.
Jeez.
Eating some oatmeal.
putting hair in my oatmeal.
Putting hair in my oatmeal.
Did I ever tell you about the
Gross.
bet I took?
He ate hairy
in
oatmeal
high
too.
school? No. Do you remember when my hair was like this length back in high school?
I remember when it was like really short. And I remember you shaved it at one point, didn't you?
Yeah. So, for those who don't know, I had like long hair like this, and I took a bet with a friend of mine, which was the stupidest thing I ever could have done. And he was like, "If I win the bet, you shave your head." And I was like, "Fuck it."
Nah.
So anyway, I ended up losing, and he clean shave it. I mean,
Yes.
literally, if they were to take more off, they would have to
Get a razor.
Exactly.
Scalped you.
This is scalp you.
There's a picture of his older brother with a giant like kukri knife, and he's just like holding my hair up as if he's like scalping me. Yeah. I also wanted, for some weird stupid reason, I wanted him to cut my hair
Oh yeah.
and not anybody else. I mean, this was like his going away party because he was like going off to boot camp to be in the Marine Corps. So I was like, screw it, I'll let him cut my hair and stuff. And I was like, originally he was like, do you want a mohawk? I was like, yeah, sure, I've never had a mohawk.
want a
I'm
mohawk?
pretty sure I can rock it. And then like halfway through, I just hear people behind me saying, oh my God, Kyle, put down the clippers, it's so fucking crooked. I kept hearing that the entire time, and I was like, just cut it all off. Best part, I didn't tell my mom until afterwards.
Unfortunate.
So it's literally like I went to my friend's party with a full head of hair, and I come home completely bald.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, and I think the very best part was because she like one of her like really good friends was in town, so she saw me, and I just like I had like a hat on or whatever, and I took that off, and she just goes, "Why?" Just that. I'm like, I took a bet. You're stupid.
You
And then like you done fucked up. So Will, you have a podcast. I'm going to give you a bit of a shameless plug so that people out there can find your content if they're interested. So the floor is yours.
I got a podcast called Peaches and Meme on YouTube and SoundCloud.
Check out his SoundCloud.
Check out my fucking SoundCloud! My drip is sick.
Links to all of this will be in the description.
It's wholesome. We talk about there's a whole I forgot. We have like a reason. Like we have a thing. We answer questions. So if you have a question, we have like a Saraha. I don't know what a Saraha is, but
Saraha?
Oh,
Sriracha?
No,
that's
not.
not.
Isn't that like the thing where you like ask questions, but like you can't see who asked
yeah,
it?
it's anonymous.
Oh, I've got a question for Bailey.
Oh, rat song. This is gonna be bad.
I completely forgot about that. I was actually.
I know exactly what he's thinking, and I'm gonna tell you after it's closed.
After this is in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about doing something like that today, where I was gonna pull up Instagram and do that whole thing where it's like, ask me anything.
AMA. Do
Yeah.
a little AMA.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that with us here. I'd
That'd
be like,
fucking
ask
sick.
us anything, but I totally forgot to do that.
Dude, I mean,
Right.
like, it's really like good for topics. It's really good for opening.
Yeah, totally. I mean, maybe I'll do that sometime in the future if I remember.
Pull it up. Pull it up, Bubby.
But we gotta close this at some point. So
This has been Untitled. I'm Will.
I'm Charles.
and I'm your host Mario. Quickly, I would like to say thank you, Will and Charles, for taking time out of your day to come on to the podcast.
Of course. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Not a problem at all.
He jostled him a little.
Not a problem at all. I'd also like to thank the one and only Mr. Hoover for allowing us to have this here at this location.
Yes.
At this location that we're at. And lastly, I would like to thank you, the person who's either watching or listening to this podcast, to take time out of your day as well to listen to whatever the hell we just talked about. And
Good luck and Godspeed.
yeah,
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
that's it. That's it.
Alright, so